Hi there, this is my wife's 2010 Toyota Prius, and as you can tell from that little ding right there, that this bumper cover needs to be replaced. Now if you look around, there's some other nicks and scratches and dings, so these things are fairly fragile and they don't take a whole lot of abuse. But anyways, the story is that this bumper, if you call the dealer, they'll sell it to you for $300 unpainted, and you probably need another $300 to get it painted and probably another $300 to get it installed, is my guess. So you're looking at, let's say, about $1,000 or so to get this repaired. Meanwhile, on the internet, okay, you can go out and buy a brand new one unpainted for $80, including the shipping. If you're good with the paint gun, then you can probably shoot it yourself. However, there's another outfit on the internet that sells you this whole bumper painted with the original color from Toyota for $307. Delivered to your front door. And by the way, this is just dust from, I guess, the sanding process when they when they primered and painted the bumper. So nothing to worry about. So that's what the thing looks like. And it's very light. You can kind of get a feel for how light it is by that, and how flimsy it is. So it doesn't, as I said, it doesn't take a whole lot to damage this thing. By the way, if you go to the driver's side door, oh, it's locked. But there's a sticker right there that shows by the VIN number. It shows the color for the car. So you can, as I said, this outfit on the internet sells you the whole thing color matched to your vehicle for $307 installed. Delivered to your front door. So there's quite a few. It looks like clips and screws and fasteners that we're going to have to take off in order to get this replaced. So we're going to do it one at a time, and I'll show you each one of the fasteners as I take them off. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so now that we got the car unlocked, so right over here there's a little sticker that has the VIN number, but down here there's a C/TR 1F7/LA10, and I guess the C/TR stands for color/trim, and I guess 1F7 is this silver color. Okay, so that's how you can get that information. Okay, so we're going to start taking the screws out, and we're going to start with the driver's side rear, and we're going to go with the obvious things that we see. And here is a it looks like a 10 millimeter, and down here there's a clip. Looks like we have to pop this guy out, and then this guy slides in there. Looks like a catch. Okay, so let me do that. Yeah, it's a 10 millimeter, and the other side has the same thing. Okay, so down here, I think all I have to do is, yeah, there it is, yes. So there's a little catch right there, and I probably have to do some other ones on the bottom over here before this thing will come out completely. Okay, so now we can do the other side. And this side here, as you can see, has popped out, probably because of the result of that minor collision. And this already has popped out. So there's the catch, and there's the plastic clip right there. So this side has also the 10 millimeter. Okay, so let me do that and then we'll attack the next one. Okay, so for the next set of bolts, I think we have to take off is right underneath. And there's this little black strip that has to attach to the new bumper cover as well. So if we look at the new one, you'll be able to see a whole bunch of looks like bolt holes and attachment points for that black trim piece, as well as mounting for this bumper cover. So let's take a look at underneath, and we should be able to verify that indeed we have to remove a whole bunch of bolts and screws. Okay, so now we're going to go to the underneath the car here, and it's hard to see, but yeah, you can see right there and all along here there's a bunch of bolts that we need to take off. So let me do that and then I'll show you the piece once it's out. Okay, most of the hardware is a 10mm again bolts or sheet metal screws, but there's these special clips right here. They're plastic, and there's a couple of them right here in the front of the bumper. And basically this is the type where you just insert a flat blade screwdriver right here and you pop up that center pin, and then this whole thing comes out. Okay, so here's that black trim pieces that go underneath the bumper cover, and there's a total of 14 of these special clips. I'm sure they have a technical name, but I don't know what it is. And then there's 6 10mm sheet metal screws, and as I said earlier, these 3 pieces here attached to the bottom of the new one. And I believe I have all the bolts undone except for this one here and this one here. So and then if I look on the new one, it looks like there's some additional push-on clips over here and over here. They look like they're just alignment holes. So hopefully after I take out the last 2 screws, the bumper cover will come off. Okay, so those are the 2 new screws. These are Phillips. And again, it's a combination screw and clip washer type deal. And that's what it looks like without them. Right there and right there. And one additional comment is these 2 side pieces, this one here and that one there, have this little alignment peg and this press fit clip here that attaches again to the bottom of the bumper cover, right down here somewhere. Okay, so I think the bumper cover is about ready to come off. I'm going to need assistance here, but anyways, I keep referring to this as the bumper cover because that's what it is. It doesn't offer much protection. The actual bumpers are behind this cover here, so that is called a Toyota Prius bumper cover. Okay, so what I did is I grabbed the bumper from the passenger side and kind of wiggled it back and forth, and it actually comes off. And you can see the little clips right there and also right here. Okay, so as you can see, the bumper is almost off, and I'm going to wait for my wife to come out so she can film me while I show you how this guy snaps off. Okay, as I showed you on the other side how I took it off, so now my assistant is here. I'm going to take the whole bumper off. So you kind of just wiggle it back and forth, and just like that, the whole bit comes off. And you will notice the real bumpers now. So these are the actual bumpers right here. Okay, the other one is just a bumper cover. So now we're going to put the new one in, just the reverse process. We're going to slip the new one in here, and then we're going to start putting the screws back on there. Okay, if you notice these red little things here, those are the screw thread bits for the 10 millimeter sheet metal screws. So we have to remove these guys and attach them to the new bumper. Okay, and it looks like you just kind of squeeze them and they should pop out from the other side. Okay, let me do one and then I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so yeah, basically what you do is, by the way, there's the finished setup right there with the screw here on this side, and these are the threads, the plastic threads that go in there. So basically all that you do is you take a pair of needle nose and you can see the two little plastic pieces are sticking out. You just kind of squeeze them, okay, and you kind of squeeze them and it pops right out like that. Okay, so that's it, and we'll just put them onto the new one, and we're going to be able to mount the new bumper cover. Okay, so you know these plastic things, again, these are square bases, okay, and there are two types of holes here. There's the square ones, which these guys go into, and then there's the round ones for those special plastic inserts. So it's really pretty much idiot proof. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So that's the way it snaps into place. Here's the other one. Okay, you kind of move it around so those plastic pieces engage the inside here. The last one is right there. And that's all there is to it. Okay, so now we are ready to mount the new bumper to... Alright, so before we put the cover back on, I wanted to show you a close-up of the bumper itself. It looks like it's made out of aluminum, extruded aluminum, and it's got this styrofoam. I guess it's a spacer so that the cover doesn't touch the actual bumper. So there's the actual bumper right there. Okay, I'm going to put the camera on the tripod and we're going to hang the new cover on. Okay, so here we go. Okay, this side is done. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, that's all that there is to it. Now I can start putting all the screws back on. Okay, so I just finished putting all the pieces back together, all the screws. There's that black trim piece down there. And that is an outstanding fit. The paint match is exact. It fits like a glove, as it should. The only negative comments I have, it's just minor imperfection right around here. It's part of the plastic. I guess when it got molded, there was some excess plastic around there, but you can't really tell from the distance. Only when you get real close up. Just right around there. And also on this side, right around here, just some minor imperfection on the plastic, but overall it's pretty darn good for $307 shipped to your door. So that's about it. Talk to you guys later. Okay, just one correction over here. This is the right side, or the passenger side, plastic trim piece that goes on the bottom of the bumper cover, and it wraps around to the side of the car here. When I took it off, it came off pretty straightforward, but I noticed when I was putting back together some of the other screws that there's a stud out here. It's probably metric, and it looks like there's a nut that's supposed to get to be there, but it's not in my car. So it looks like, you know, perhaps this was worked at one time and it was removed and I gotta put it back in, or it just vibrated off. But anyways, this is part of this piece here, the trim piece that attaches to the bottom, and I'm gonna have to go out and buy me a metric nut that goes in there, and it keeps that thing from moving about. So that's the last thing. So when you guys take this thing off, check to see if you have a nut over here or not. Again, it's on the right hand side.